everybody, this is Nancy from Fish Kisses coming to you from Casa Littlefield, and today I am bringing you my traveler's notebook video. I have already shown you guys my traveler's notebook, my DIY Michaels project that has my bullet journal inside, and I want to go ahead and bring you guys my actual traveler's notebook that I purchased through Amazon. After making this guy, I realized how much I love this system and how much I want to continue with it. So I went ahead and had to have one of these traveler's notebooks, formerly known as Midori. And I just have to make a note, if you have one of these that says Midori, consider yourself very lucky because they don't make those anymore. And as much as this is beautiful and perfect and it's the same, I think that's just a little bit special. This one now only says traveler's notebook, but that's okay. This thing is amazing and I love it, and so today I wanted to go ahead and do a flip through and show you what I've been doing in my traveler's notebook. Later on I'll go ahead and reference this guy right here. This is my passport DIY Michaels project that I did. That will be a different video. Just put him aside for now, and let's focus on this guy right here. So yay, I purchased this guy on Amazon. He was about $25 with tax and all, and I did not get the kit. I just purchased him. They consider it a kit because it does come with an extra elastic cord and an insert. When you purchase this, when you buy it, you get the brown one that comes with it. I went ahead and strung on the orange. I really like the orange and how it contrasts off the brown, and so I immediately changed that, and I love that. So let's go ahead and just dive on in. All right, so first thing, I do not have any paste-on inserts yet. Haven't had a need for that yet, so I don't want to really mess this up if I don't need to, and I just really like the way this looks and just the simplicity of it. I do have my first dashboard right here, and my dashboard is actually just a slip-in pocket. It has a slip-in on both sides. I don't have anything in it yet other than just that. This was a postcard that came in a Victorian calendar, and I really liked this little girl and how she looked, and so I went ahead and put that in there with some cardstock to give it a nice background. And that just is slid under all my notebooks, and on the other side it comes with a little zip pouch where you can also put different things, and right now I just have some stickers in there. And again, here nothing on the back. Here, this is where you string in your color if you want it, and that is so easy to do, so you should. Here is the brown cord that it came with, and it's nice, but I just really like the contrast of that orange. Alright, so back to my dashboard. Again, just very simple. I know a lot of people have very many dashboards inserted in, but right now I just have my one, and and here I have my little DIY pen loop that I made just out of cardstock again, and it's just taped exactly where I want it. I kind of like that. I have not found a pen loop that I like yet, and I don't want it to stick out very far. I want it to be kind of in there, and so it doesn't get caught on things. I did purchase, here it is, it's down here, this thing. Ugh. I did purchase this on Amazon, which I thought it was beautiful. I love the silver with the black leather. I thought it would match and contrast beautifully, but this pen holder is so hard to slip in and out of, and I just knew it would make an indentation, and I just did not want to do that. So, plus I don't really like the pen loop. It gets stuck a lot. So, I don't know. I'm using it in other areas, but right now my paper pen loop is working just fine. All right, let's get into my first little journal here. Is my write journal. It's just a writing journal. I just write in my thoughts, things that have happened in the day, anything that I just want to remember. And I pretty much decorated this using sticker sets and washi tape sets from Michaels. Of course, the stamps that you see here was a stamp set that I did purchase from Michaels, and those work very well. I really like those that I used. And again, the washi tape was a washi tape set. So all the washi tape that you see is a set. Also, the stickers was a traveling set that I also purchased, and these little cloth embellishments came from Michaels as well. They're from the Recollections, and they were, I want to say they were just like $2.99, and you get a bunch of them in here, and these are just really cute. I'll just go through them very quickly, but yeah, I really like these, and they stick on very well, just with the tape that tape you press down, or just regular clear tape. I'm using this Scotch clear glue, and it's working really well, and it stays in there. I don't have to add any more tape on top to keep it down. So these are really cute. I really like using those in here. So the stickers, like I said, from Michaels. Now my punches did not come from Michaels. My punches were given to me from a friend, and I just used the different papers, different cardstock paper that I have to go ahead and punch those out. You can find packets of papers anywhere, Walmart, Michaels, that have lots of different really pretty paper. I'll go ahead and show one off quickly. Okay, here's a set that I have here that I purchased, I think at Michaels or maybe Walmart, but you know, this whole book was just $5. So, you know, this is a really good thing to have if you want to make a lot of decorations, which I like to do. So anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. All right, so there is my cover. I like to clutter it up as much as I can, and I feel like I can still add some things to it. So nothing is ever finished in my book. Alrighty, going into the notebook. I used a lot of the paper that came, and just what came with the set when I got my traveler's notebook. And so you see that here, and you'll see that throughout. But again, a lot of the washi tape and all the stickers came from that Michaels set. Not all who wander are lost, one of my favorite quotes. And so I'm really into quotes right now, so you'll see a lot of quotes in my notebook. So just journaling different random things, thoughts, things that are going on. Right now I'm off for the summer, and the summer is going by way too fast. So just trying to write things down so I can go back and look and read and remember that I had a summer. Also just trying out different things. This was a pen that I just got. And a lot of the paper and colors that you see is from my watercolor set, my koi watercolor set that I really enjoy using. And I just like putting down the color and then going back and writing, going back with my stickers and adding things. You know, if I'm playing with a pen, you know, I just try and make it look interesting. Quotes from different books, movies, songs. I mean, pretty much anything I can think of right now. Watercolor didn't quite make it on here. I can always go back and add some. And that's what I really like, this Papermate flares. I'm really into these Papermate flares right now because you write with them, and if you add just a little bit of water, you can start pushing the color around, and that's kind of what this is right here. It's just the actual pen with some watercolor on top. And that right here too. So so even if you don't have the watercolor down first, you can still get some water out of it. Watercolor effect out of it. All right, and let's see, here's some pages that I have ready. I went ahead and went with the washi tape on these pages, and I'll go back in and start writing things. And I like to decorate first and then write. Sometimes I like to write and then decorate. It's just whatever you're in the mood for, right? I mean, there's no rules. And so that's what I have so far in my write journal. There's the end of my write journal, a little more of those embellishments, paper that came from the notebook when I ordered it, and this is the back of the cover right there. Started June 20th. I wanted to remember exactly when I started this. So going on to my next folder is the craft folder that you can purchase. I did purchase this separately through Amazon. I think it was only about $7. I purchased it with the plastic, with this. And they were both pretty inexpensive, and I really enjoy this. I like having it housing things, different things that I find. Right now I have some stickers, more of a sticker set that I got from Michael's. You know, holding on to this little card right here. And I really like this traveling sticker set. Oh, I just really love this little airplane right here. I don't know why I do, I just do. But everything else that you see, this background that you see right here, I know it's kind of hard to see, but is pretty much this little rolling stamp that my mother-in-law actually purchased online. And what it does is you roll it, and it covers your Social Security, your accounts, anything important that you have. I was playing around with it on this notebook, and you can pretty much black out important information, and because it has the little symbols, you can't see your important information. So I'm just going to kind of show you what that is. Let's see if I can zoom in. And it's got the cute little symbols, the different symbols. I don't know if it's kanji. It looks like kanji to me, but and it just rolls on out. And so as you can see, that's what all this is right in here. So so if you're interested in that, I can ask her where she goes. Okay, so that is my craft folder, and again, just various things in there. It can pretty much house anything. So moving on, the next is just kind of a to-do, house all notebook journal. This is the grid, and I also purchased this one through Amazon. I think I got it all together. And I really like this paper because it reminds me of my bullet journal, and so I really like using it. And so how I'm using that, I'm going to start in the beginning. Right here. So this is my first one, and how I'm using that is just pretty much catch-all right now, or just things I want to remember. Again, here's another quote. What if I fall? Oh, but darling, what if you fly? So I really like that, and really into quotes right now. I think I mentioned that before. And so, yeah, so in this journal, I'm just kind of putting just catch-all, like I said, things that I need to remember, if I'm going out and about running errands, just to make sure I don't forget everything I need to do. I also saw this on a video. Go ahead and show you this. And go ahead and kind of just places that you go to frequently. For me, Home Depot, Tractor Supply, Office Depot, Michael's, Walmart, H-E-B. And it's not necessarily a shopping list, but it's more of a wish list. Things that you would like to buy, purchase maybe at the end of the month with your paycheck. Maybe you have to put it off for some reason, but you don't want to forget, so you write it down. And I really like that. For example, at Academy, I just found a Yeti cup that I want to buy. I don't need it right now because I want it for the beginning of the school year, so I can wait until next payday, and it doesn't interfere with my finances this month, and I can actually even put it in my budget if I needed to. So really like this. Went over to Tractor Supply and found some really nice outdoor decor, but again, not necessary right now. So I'll just remember that, and you know, next time if we have a little extra money, you know, we can go through here and say, all right, you know, what is something on our wish list that we really want to purchase or that we really need, or those things that you just can't quite remember to get when you're there, like computer ink. Been trying to remember to get computer ink forever now, and I just keep forgetting, so I went ahead and just threw that down on there. So yeah, Walmart has these carpets that I want to purchase for school. Again, it can wait, but I don't want to forget. And someone told me about, you know, the dollar bags of Legos they have for a Lego center that they're starting. So anyway, just like I said, a wish list, or just don't forget, or if you're putting it off to the next month. One thing I wanted to just show real quickly is my little punches. Part of what my friend gave me is these little corner punches. On one side I have Christmas trees, and on the other side I have little butterflies, and they round out the corners and give it a cute little punch. And so I'm gonna go ahead and feature that video a little bit later, showing all my supplies that I use to do all this with. Another thing that I'm working in here, just different quotes, different sayings that I want to remember if I'm out and about and I want to write it down. This was one that I kept forgetting that I wanted to actually do in my craft journal. And so I wrote it down and went ahead and did it, and I'll show that here in a little bit. My Tulum packing, my fun stuff, things to pack, my fun stuff. Not clothes and toiletries, but the fun things I'm going to take, like my watercolors, and I want to make sure I have my Bonbon pencil case and my little passport buddy. At the time I didn't have him, I just made him. And so, yeah, I'm ready to go, yeah. And so that's what I have so far in my grid journal, kind of like a mini bullet. Not really, because I'm not doing dates and stuff in here. Like I said, it's more of a catch-all to do. So, get to the end of that journal. Not really too much on there. Alrighty, and then my last journal that I have in here is my craft journal. It's probably my favorite journal to work in. Now this is just the craft paper that you get, and again, I got the craft paper and I got the grid paper. I got the craft folder and also the plastic inserts, all at Amazon. You can purchase it all together. And I really like this guy. I love the paper. It holds well to the watercolor and anything else that I've used so far. And you can also stick things on it. You can use it as a, not only as a sketch journal, but also as like a craft book thing. Can't think of it right now. Anyway, it'll come to me in a second. So, I'm really into landscapes. I really like mountains and water. I love drawing those things. I love drawing landscapes. So you'll see that a lot in my journals and a lot of my in my artwork. And so right off the back, when you go in, I've got my refill paper. I wanted to keep that in here. That came with the journal when I purchased it. And again, this is the stamp that I rolled on and started this in June, and this is my first one, and I wanted to remember, so I went ahead and used my stamps to do that. Alrighty, and spilling a little ornery when I first started this, so my first one, it's not vulgar, but it's what I want, so if you don't like it, bite me. Well, it was supposed to be a snake, and so it's my little snake, and I don't know, that was the first thing that just came out, so I went ahead and that's what came out. Going into the quotes, I like to do my own quotes and kind of write it out with my own font, and kind of playing with that, playing with my washi tapes, playing with cutting out images from magazines and rubbing off the back paper, lifting up that image and then sticking it somewhere. So really like that. This is one of my favorite quotes. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and there is a beer koozie out there that says beauty is in the eye of the beer holder, and I thought that was pretty funny, so I throw that in there as well. Working with these colors, this had an Asian feel, so I went ahead and went with that. Not finished, but that's okay. And let's see, what else do I have here? Another landscape, was watching some cliff diving, and it was really interesting. Cliff diving in general, you know, to me it's terrifying, but went ahead and drew that out and kind of like that. And to me it always seems like they're gonna fall in a bunch of rocks, but I guess they know what they're doing. So here's another quote that I wrote down on my catch-all: buy the ticket, take the ride. And I wanted to make something, so I went ahead and did that. This is a quote from my favorite author, Hunter S. Thompson. And he's got a lot. So this is just one thing that comes from him. Try try to make this look like a Ferris wheel, but that did not quite happen. So again, with my little cloth embellishments, and you know, you buy that ticket, you gotta take the ride. No sympathy for the devil. Another quote, another Hunter S. Thompson quote, and to piggyback off that one, another one that I want to get ready to do is no rest for the wicked. So just little things that, you know, you hear throughout your life, or you've read in movies, whatever, and they stick with you. And so just, yeah, favorite quotes. So I've got a couple going on in here. This was just a smudge, just smudged off. I closed it too soon, and so I tried to turn that into something. You know, you never have any mistakes in art as long as you turn it into something. And I love that. So that's not done either. I'll continue to work in that. So getting towards the end of so far what I have in here. Again, I just started this about a couple months ago, or a month and a half ago, and just kind of slowly working in here. But I did want to share with you what I have been doing. So that is my craft folder. At the end of my notebook here, we see the pouch, the zip pouch that you can put pretty much anything in. I need to go ahead and kind of decorate the back and make this also like a dashboard, so at least, you know, you don't see that. But haven't quite done that yet. I'll get back to that later. So yeah, so there is my traveler's notebook. I hope you enjoyed my flip through. I'll go ahead and come back to you later on with the video, maybe here in about a month or so, to show you what I've added to my traveler's notebook. And also, I am getting ready to go to Tulum, Mexico next week, and this is coming with me, and I plan on doing a lot of sketches in here, a lot of artwork with my watercolor set, and I will go ahead and have a video on what I did in Tulum. And so I'm really looking forward to that and taking this guy with me to Tulum, Mexico. So I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my video. I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.